Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CC Artist, and today's video is how to draw mermaids video. It will be really short and simple, so let's get on with it. So the first step is, so there are 5 steps here, and the first one is to draw the torso, basically the stomach of the mermaid you're drawing, or the merman that you're drawing. And then you add the upper, basically their hips from that torso. And when you draw the torso, you want to add the line, the curve, the kind of curve they are. Like some of the mermaids I draw, like sometimes where their mermaid tail starts, it starts in like a squarish shape. As you can see, like the first one and the second mermaid tail are very different. Or sometimes it can start like a triangle. Like the first one is kind of like an upside down, like triangle or angle, more so to say. I think, yeah, it's an angle, right? Those lines meet at an angle. And then the second one is like a curve. Yeah, so the easy way to do this is to basically do, you start with the torso, draw the shape of where the mermaid tail starts, and then you just draw the rest of the tail as 2 curved lines that meet at the bottom. And now I did different shapes of tails, and I even decided to add fins. Me personally, I've never really looked up, like, I think what I have to do is look up what purpose fins serve. Like, I know they help fish and like other sea animals swim and stuff, but I want to know what specific purpose specific fins have. So the second way that you could sketch out your mermaid tail or draw your mermaid tail is by using 5 shapes. So the first one, now these aren't specific shapes, but as you can see from what I drew, it's just like a box for the upper tail. And you can think this from like mid-thigh to from your waistline to mid-thigh in the human body. And this is where this box goes. Then next you want to do kind of like an upside down triangle, but obviously the triangle doesn't end at a point. As you can see, I have 2 lines going from the box that kind of meet at like a point, but not like a angle in a triangle. And this will be more understandable in the next image that I'm drawing, because I would be drawing out the shapes clearly. And then after that, you want to have like a rectangle for the knee, especially if it's in a pose. Like, and when you're drawing, obviously in 3D, and you really want that image to look 3D, you would want to use these shapes, and you would want to draw these shapes 3D. That rectangle would be more like a prism, and you draw the different sides. And then, well, after the rectangle for the knee is a triangle, again, that leads to the start of the end of the tail. You guys, what do you call this? The tail, like the last part of the tail. This is embarrassing, but you know what? I'll leave it. But yeah, so the actual tail, you guys. Unfortunately, I forgot what it's called, but you guys know what I mean. Like the last part, number 5. Like, you guys could see the number I added. The last shape you do, that last bit part of the tail, right? That one can be any shape you want. It could be however you want to draw the tail. I've always just drawn the tails how I want them, to be honest. From this image, this mermaid tail that I just draw, I implemented the the shapes I just described, but I didn't sketch it out fully, you know. From this, you could see the torso, the shape at the waistline, the first box for the upper thigh, if you were thinking in relation to human legs, and then we have a kind of triangle shape, just like two diagonal lines, curvy, leading to where the knee is. But because of this illustration, because she's not bending her tail in a way where the knee is pronounced, you don't really see a shift in it. But for this one that I just drew, you can see that shift in the one where she's laying. You can definitely see her torso. You can see that boxy shape from her gluteus maximus, her butt, to the upper thigh, if you were thinking human legs, and then you could see how that meets at her knees, then how that translates back to her, to a triangle down to her, to the last part of a mermaid tail. Now, this isn't anatomical, like, this isn't an exact way of how mermaids are, you know. Mermaids are a myth for some people. And yeah, you could draw them how you want. As you can see for that one where she's sitting on her own tail, the last part, the fourth shape, wasn't really a direct thing. It also curved again, and that's because I think of mermaid tails as a very flexible muscle, right? I'm not thinking about it in terms of human legs, because we all know that human legs cannot bend. Like, it can bend, but what I mean is your gastrocnemius, meaning your shin after your knee, the part between your knee to your ankle, it will not bend. It will not bend by itself. Yes, it can bend from the knee, but it cannot bend into a curve like a mermaid tail can. And next is coloring these mermaid tails. So, you know, I picked different skin tones for the three mermaid tails that I had drawn in the previous step, to show you how I implement this without actually drawing the shapes. And in these, and then I picked different colors for the tails. First pink, and then the second one, and then the other two were blue or green, because I'm not sure how to tell you which one is the second or third one. So this one is green. I picked green for that one. Blue, I mean. And the last one I picked green. And after coloring this, I just want to show you guys how I went about shading the tail and the different ways you can shade your tails and the different varieties you can create. And I also want to give you guys a tip about, if you want to, you know, draw mermaid tails, you can always like look at real sea creatures, right? And take like inspiration from the colors, you know, how the colors on their body is shifting at every point and stuff. So yeah, you use that as an inspiration, of course. So I'm just right now, I'm just filling in the tail. I didn't really try to be exact because this is a very loose tutorial. And yeah, guys, I do know that Mermaid 22 challenge ended. And to be honest, yesterday I I took out many of my videos, which is sad, but I wasn't happy with them. So I decided to take them out because I felt like they were unnecessary. They weren't helping my channel, and that's what I wanted to do. The next step is to shade. So here we'll be shading, and as I'm speaking right now, I'm literally thinking of taking out more videos. But yeah, so the first step in shading, so actually I want to show you guys 3 different ways you can shade, but obviously there are like different ways you can shade. You could choose to not shade at all, but yeah, this is an example of a piece I drew. There's a video of it, but yeah, I really like how this tail was shaded. Like, it gives us this dark gothy vibe, which fits in with the vibe of the character. And this is the main character for my upcoming comic, and you guys could see the difference in their tails. How the girl with the red hair, her tail is sparkly, and the girl with the green tail and the red hair, her tail is just, oh, they both have red hair. No, the other one has pink hair. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know at this point. They both had red. They both have reddish hair. But you guys get what I'm saying. The green tail is dark because that was the character of the, that was the vibe of the mermaid character. That was the goal. That's her, you know. She's into gothy stuff, you know. That's her aesthetic, you know. That's what she wants to look like. And oh crap. We're running out of time, so this will be sped up. So, as you can see in this clip, I have shaded the pink tail, the pink reddish tail, and I have added, angles. So I've added like a arrow mark, a V shape, all around the mermaid tail, and you guys can see that they follow the same path. Like, they all point in one direction, but it looks different based on how the tail is shaped in the in the perspectives of the different parts, and in basically the pose of the um basically the pose of the tail. And then I've added blue sparkles to it because that really pops out from the pink, you know. You just add different colors and that pops out. Don't be afraid. So I'm doing the same thing I did in the pink on the blue, right? And I'm using different colors to show the shadow part, which is where the 2 different parts of the tails meet. And I'm adding lighter colors. You guys see that? You see that? You see? And this one will even be more sparklier than the pink one. You get that? Because we're not just gonna add little dots. We're gonna create a whole gradient of blue, pink, and yellowish dots and teal dots on this blue tail, and that would just be amazing. So you guys can see the process is going great. Damn, I love how it looks. I just love that pose. Okay, so we just add different colors. We're even adding pink. You see how we added light blue sparkles to the pink tail? We're adding pink sparkles to the blue one, and it pops so well together. It really works in my eyes, and I find it incredibly amazing. So that's a tip. But what I couldn't ask you guys before, because we're running out of time, is basically, what do you guys think about like mermaid tail clothes? Because like I remember I watched that Barbie movie where she had the mermaid tail clothes on, I think, and I'm just like, I'm unsure, like, am I supposed to say like, they're born with their mermaid's tails and they can't change it, or can they change their tails? Like, you guys give me an idea, because I'm really making a comic here and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But let's continue. So this one is different. It's a gradient, okay? We're gonna go from yellow to light green, glowing, amazing green, to dark green. And you guys know. So what I basically learned from another artist who I forgot their name. I'm very sorry. It's basically online. They're online, but I forgot their name. From their social medias where I learned this, is that the smudge tool and programs take the shortest route to find the in between of the colors, and this is why it could look muddy. So for the green tail, what I did was, after I blended in the yellow and dark green, I added my own color. I added my own in between, and it looks amazing. This is it. You guys see that? It looks amazing. I can't tell. So between all of these three tails, the ending result, the greenish to yellowish one and the blue ones are my favorite. The pink one is alright, but that one was kind of like a basic little tail. These ones, they're amazing. Come on, they're amazing. Amazing. Yeah, they're just amazing. I love them. I just love them. But I can't pick which one is your favorite. So be sure to let me know which one's your favorite. And it's okay if the pink basic one is your favorite, because some people just like simple things, and maybe you just like the color pink. Okay. I'm sorry for that sigh, guys. Okay. So, the amazing thing is that all of these tails have blue colors in them. The ending result, anyways, have blue in them. Which maybe, tell you something. Add blue to your tails. Because, mermaids live under the sea where the water is blue. And then you guys see that little streak of blue I added to it? It's glowing. It's just glowing. You guys see those streaks of bluish, greenish blue to the yellow and the green part? It works phenomenally against the darker green, and it works so well with the yellow and the light glowing green. I just love how it turned out. And I can't, you guys keep watching. Don't stop watching, okay? Even if I'm annoying you. Cause you're in for an amazing mermaid tail. Now I said the blue one was good, but this dark green one was the best. Yeah, but you guys will probably see them in the thumbnail anyways. So I feel like you all already clicked off. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright though. You guys, if you haven't clicked off yet, put an emoji of the vomiting greenish emoji. Like the emoji that's yellow but that's vomiting green. Actually no, don't do that. Don't do that. Put a emoji with the two hearts for eyes. So here's a replay for you guys. How do you like it? Quick tutorial. Let's get back to the video now. How do you guys like it? Let me know what you thought about this video. Did I entertain you? Did I not? Did you really watch a 20-minute video about how to draw mermaids? If you did, you're the best. Okay? And I mean that, okay? You're the greatest. And don't you ever forget that, okay? Bye. Thank you for watching. I would say I love you guys, but I don't really know any of you. Bye.